Okay, so here's the promised straight arm pull down exercise that I was going to show to a lot of you CCD people. And of course, if you don't have CCD or even know what CCD is, this is still very valuable for you. I would still start off most of my clients when we're trying to get their shoulders and back in better shape with this exercise, as well as a few others. But I like this one because, if I gear this video towards those of us with CCD, again, we don't have as much skeletal structure here as other people, or any at all. So as I said in the conference in which I spoke, our back muscles need to compensate for this lack of structural support here. We need to make them strong. In order to make them strong, we got to activate them. The problem is oftentimes they're not activated. We're used to being in this position, and that's the ultimate deactivation of our back muscles. We can't get our shoulders stronger or feeling better if the muscles that support the shoulders themselves aren't doing their job. So we got to get them turned on. Now, what usually happens in our everyday life is if our body doesn't know how to turn on the right muscles, it will use other muscles to compensate to get the job done. So the example I always say is, if 200,000 years ago a human's running away from a lion to not get eaten, to not die, the body doesn't care which muscle group it's using to get away from the lion. It just wants to get away from the lion. Because the priority is to survive, is to get the task done. And that's what our bodies do, even today in our modern life. Our body says, hey, I got to do this, this, and this, and the body will get it done. But our bodies don't necessarily do what's in our best interest in the long term. They do what's in the best interest in the short term. And so compensating sometimes is a good thing, only if it's every now and then, not if it becomes your habitual way of moving, of using your body. So this gets rid of the compensatory muscles that that can kick in when we try to use our back, and instead isolates the back muscles. And once we learn to turn on the back muscles, how to activate them, then we can start doing the real exercises that build muscle there. But again, first we have to activate the muscles. And let's set the back muscles. Now in this exercise, we do use our triceps a little bit, but that will go away. You'll stop feeling them after the second or third use, and you'll start feeling it more in your back. So what you're going to do, you can use one arm. I prefer one arm, because I don't have a one arm handle here. Or you can do two arms, okay? You're going to take it back right here. Notice my butt's sticking out and my sternum is forward. And when I row this down here, my shoulders aren't like this and I'm not rounded. This is what tends to happen, especially when we start to get weak in the exercise. But this, of course, as I said earlier, is the ultimate deactivation of our lats. It's the last position we want to be in. And many of us CCD or spine ourselves in this position anyway from, having our shoulders naturally slouched forward. So we don't want that. We instead want the shoulders down, butt back, chest out, and pulling down to here. Now notice too how I have a slight bend in my arms, but my arms retain that bend the entire movement. I'm not turning this into a tricep extension or doing whatever else. This is the movement. I recommend doing sets of 4 to 6. Okay? Not going hard. You're going to do these sets of 10 to 12. We're not going for intensity here. We're going for feeling the muscles turn on. Now, if you can ignore the holes in my shirt that I didn't realize I had until I started making this video, you'll see my lats turning on. Again, those are the muscles underneath the armpit, primary stabilizers of the shoulder, and these are what we want to turn on. You must do this exercise exactly how I'm doing it here. If you don't, you will not reap the benefits. This is the first major back exercise that I want you to be starting with in order to learn to turn on your back muscles and thereby create for yourself a better posture and prevention of 20 or 30 years of back problems.